But sometimes you have to call it as you see it, yeah? Yes, there's always this idea that with development, you can maybe see there's an up kind of almost like rising of a talent, or some player can do better with development. But it's not always the case. And sometimes we have to call it out and say, you know what? That player ain't good. And when me and you had the argument here, there are qualities and facets in a player's game that will not improve. You know that already. We know that as players. When we see
would you sell Kobe, Saeed, would you sell Kobe? Would you sell Kobe, Saeed?
I would sell Kobe because I see the talent in Kobe. But there's other arguments I was saying.
But not long ago, you wanted to sell him.
No, I didn't want to sell him. I never ever once came on here and said, yo, we need to sell Kobe. No, I never. Again,
when we got offers, I remember when we got offers, and you were saying if the manager don't fancy him.
I've maintained, Kobe should be playing this team. And right now, Man United are actually misusing him. But the problem is, guys,
why ain't Kobe developing?
We have to, hold on a minute, there has to be a separation between development and knowing what is an actual talent and what needs to be guided. Not everyone can be guided, bro. We need to separate the two, bro. Not everyone, hold on a minute, not everyone at Man City and Chelsea are in the first team. There's not this kind. I feel with Man United, there's almost this obsession here with every single player needs to be in the first team. Every single player needs to make it at Man United, bro. It's an obsession. I don't think it's between you guys. I think it's with Man United fans.
Do you think Rashford couldn't make it? Do you think that Rashford should have been developed or not?
We as a fan base overrate a lot of these players, bro.
And is Rashford one of them?
It's irrelevant to what we're talking about. It's irrelevant.
No.
It is kind of irrelevant.
Unless Rashford is the person we're talking about.
We have wasted a lot of time because of what could have been, etc., etc. We need to stop doing this here. Stop being sentimental here and say, you know what, this guy isn't good enough. Let's ship him off and let's get quality in the squad.
Irrelevant.
That sounds like you don't want development. That sounds like you don't want development.
In Man United right now.
That sounds like you don't want development.
Over training and development. Quality. Man United are lacking quality. We don't have time for no training and development. You're either good enough or you're not. Simple.
What does that have to do with the Rashford, though?
Two things can be true at the same time. Two things can be true at the same time.
He said we don't have time for training and development. He said.
You lot are too much question. Not you, Persephone. Nuruddin. This is why me and Nuruddin go man up. Nuruddin stresses on training development too much. When reality, we have eyes and we know if a player is going to make it Man United or not. We can see it, bro. So stop wasting our time and stop blaming the club every single time for the lack of development. We know they're not good. We know they're not good.
But Rashford made it at United, so why is that relevant? The way you're talking about some scrubs like Chong and them.
I'm talking about. Listen,
It's
not always development.
Brother, I was 23 playing for our academy. Like, what the fuck was this guy still at our club? What does that have to do with Rashford?
No, I'm not talking about Rashford. I'm talking about the ideology that we need to always constantly be developing players.
Yeah, I hear that. I get you. United fans are obsessed with just developing youngsters. We think every academy player should be one day in the first team, and he has to play a part of us being the next team that wins the league. That's the next story of the class in 1992. I agree with that, but that had nothing to do with Rashford. Rashford played when Danny said we let him down, 100%. Because in that same phase, we let so many players down. We let him down. We let Martial down. We let Pogba down. We let so many of our young players down. So he's actually not. He didn't say anything wrong with that.
I disagree with that point. I think Man
United. I just thought like that's the point that we should be talking about.
Saeed. Yeah, bro, I've got a question for you and an example for you about what we're actually talking about. You didn't address what we're actually talking about.
No, I just not your point. Your point was calm. I wasn't really pissed off at you. It's more Nuruddin when he called me out.
Structure we're singing from the same hymn street, though. We're doing a duet, me and Structure. I don't know what you mean, bro. The best example I can give you, because my academy boys, some of them haven't made it. Gerardo didn't make it. Hansen didn't make it. But Alvaro,
I said it was good enough. I said it was good enough for Man United.
What does that? But the point that we're making, this is the problem. You focus.
There's no development needed, though.
Saeed, you focus too
much. Of course, there's development needed.
What do you mean development needed? The guy was good enough to be playing for Man United.
Saeed, you focus on your opinion on the player too much. You need to be neutral. Put your opinion aside. Alvaro Fernandez, whether you believed in him or not, is proof we have a problem developing talent. You want to focus on, that guy's not. It's not about who you.
But you're now changing the idea of developing talent now.
No, I'm not.
You've changed the meaning now. You've changed the meaning.
I've not changed. bro, we're making a point that Manchester United struggles and is not good at developing talent. You always go to who you rate and who you don't rate. Who you rate and who you is irrelevant. We're looking at the facts of the matter. Alvaro Fernandez is proof Man United can't develop talent. My question for you, though, you rate Kobe. Why is he not developing at Man United?
Yeah, because we brought in a different manager that doesn't suit his style of play. That was it. And it is, though. It's true.
That's not why.
No. Hold on a minute. Are we saying, that if he was playing now, let's for example, a manager that played and suited his system, he would not be playing right now? Yes or no?
That's not how you develop. That's not how you develop players.
There's a manager that came in and he's hampered the growth of Kobe Mainoo.
No.
Really and truly, Kobe Mainoo.
No, sorry, that's not how you develop players, man. That's not it.
So what are we saying then? What we're saying that
there's an overall structure. Whereas there's an overall structure with a direction of how they want to develop their youth players and in what type of way they move forward in doing that. The fact that you believe that Man United have brought in a manager that hampers the development of players already proves to you that they don't develop their players. Because why would you then bring in a manager that's going to hamper the development of the players? You should understand what that route looks like. So City have that, or Liverpool. They understand how they develop. Yeah, how they develop their young players and how they make them play, and what type of, even to the point of what type of teams they will send them out on loan to, knowing the type of football that they're playing over there, so that they can come back here and play a similar type of football. The fact that we're all over the place, we're sending them out to that team, bringing in that type of manager, doing this, doing that, hampering the long-term development of these players, tells you we just don't have a development plan. We don't know what we're doing.
Your guy, Ruud van Nistelrooy, he carries on from Erik ten Hag. Do you think Kobe Mainoo's development is hampered?
No, but that's accidental. That's an accidental. That's like a broken clock being, right twice a day.
They've changed the manager, and therefore his growth.
Saeed,
no.
This is the problem that I have with my United fans, especially if we're going to move through the conversation of Amorim and all that other stuff.
Yeah, you might as well.
We want Man United to play a certain way. That should be the number one thing. How do you want Manchester United to play, right? Then you train players to play that way. Barcelona do this very well for decades, right?
The club dictates, they not play a fucking coach.
A certain way, not the coach, not the player. It's how the club's identity is. Real Madrid don't even bother. They're like, listen, we want to play a certain way. We'll buy the players we want. Our talents will sell them out, or we'll let them develop elsewhere. They've developed players they've sold players like Hakimi and whatnot. So at the end of the day, what do Manchester United want to do? They want to have their bread and eat it at the same time. We want to develop young players, but we also want to buy star players. What do you want? A coach is going to come in and be like, listen, I need to win games. So I'm going to buy what I need to play how I want to play. Now it's up to the club to be like, listen, this is what we want to do. If you don't fit what we want to do, you're not going to work. So my question is, what are we telling Ruben Amorim? Are you telling Amorim, this is your plan? Are we telling Amorim, listen, we have a certain structure that we're building to, and we want you to fit Kobe into that structure? But what was Kobe's developments from when he was a teenager, growing up to this age? What position did they want him to play? Like, I've seen him play multiple different positions. There's no clear identity.
Brian, I've got the best example for you. You see Pedri. It's very, very clear what Barcelona wanted him to be, independent of Flick, Xavi, and the manager before Xavi. I can't remember who it was now. Independent of that, he's a playmaker. Yeah? So, because Flick's football's not like Xavi's football. Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. But in that way, for those managers, he's our playmaker. This boy's our playmaker, right? And this is the issue that I had with Kobe under Ten Hag and at Man United in general. What do you want him to be? And why are you letting managers dictate what he is? There should be alignment. That's what Musa was speaking to. What Brian's, there should be alignment. When you hire, if you actually have a good idea of who you are and what you want your players to be and how they develop, there'll be alignment. You've got 3 different managers.
They messed up with
managers in a row.
Yeah, you're right.
And don't get me wrong, versatile players will get moved around, but there are some players who are not versatile who need a role. And football clubs should have an idea to how to figure that out, bro. And Man United.
But I also say though, Danny, the biggest stem of this argument is that we do overhype our academy players, bro. That is a big,
Nah,
big
it's nothing
thing.
to do with that.
irrelevant.
Saeed, let me say this, right? What you said is, regardless
true,
of
but
what
it don't
you
matter
think
what
that all our academy players are trash, or regardless you
I never
think
said that.
they're no, let me finish. Regardless what you think, whether they're all trash or they're all amazing, put that opinion aside. Do players need development? Yes or no? Let me give you the list. Okay, let me give you the list, right?
I'm gonna say
Let me
yes.
give you the list. Let me give you the list. How you develop player, positive engagement, constructive feedback, open communication, individualized training, strength training, mental training, technical training, tactical training, self-awareness on the football pitch, collaborations, coming with a developmental plan. Saeed, whether you think, put aside what your opinion, their youth team are trash or our youth team is the best in the world, do they need developmental plan? The amount of games that they need to play, the way that their body changes. So you've got to look at the way their body changes, the different loads that you put on them, the different demands you put on them, right? The way you criticize them when you criticize the team. Nani came from Sporting Lisbon as a kid, yeah? He was young. He was a young player, Nani, yeah? Right? Came to Manchester United.
Yeah.
Fergie found out the first time he went and had a go at him, Nani just fell apart. Fergie's like, shit, right? I can't do that to him. So I've got to do everything what I did, but the opposite. Nani,